what's up? Hello, Katie here. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be doing the 21 backlisted books that I want to read in 2021. Now, where the fear comes in is that the majority of these are going to be rereads for me, and I don't know how motivated I'm going to be to reread that many books. But I have mild faith in myself. The reason we're in this location is because most of the books were right here. So I can just put them back in there when I'm done talking about them. The rest I have taken off of my bookshelf because, again, they're rereads. If you don't already know, I am planning on doing a reading rewind every month where I pick a book I have not read in a very long time and I want to reread to see if it's still a favorite, if I still enjoy it as much as I thought I did, or I need to just refresh myself on it. So 11 of these 21 should fit into those of the books I'm going to pick for each month. I already did January, and January's video should already be up. It is The Fault in Our Stars. Here's hoping that it got better from there, you know? We're going to start out with books I need to reread. So a lot of these are going to be options for my reading rewind. This one being an absolute must, and it is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I am absolutely obsessed with this series. I read this in high school. I read the whole trilogy in 3 days, which is crazy for me because I do not physically read very quickly, especially when I was in high school. I think other than books that I read for school, these are the only books I read that whole 4-year experience. So love that for me. But the ones I originally read, I've gotten rid of, and this is a new hardback set, so there's no annotations in this or anything. So I want to annotate in these and then watch the movies. I'm so freaking pumped. I love this. I love this dystopian, kind of setting, and I don't feel like I read that much of it, and none of it that's this good. So, hopefully I'll love it as much a second time. But if you don't know what this book is about, hello, wake up, where have you been? Under a rock? This is about, there's a bunch of different districts, and each district, every year, a boy and a girl get picked out of a hat, basically, and get thrown into a big pit, like a jungle, and get told, fight to the death. Only one of you can survive. And whoever ends up surviving basically wins the glory of their district, the glory of the capital. They live in riches, they're famous forever. But then a bunch of other kids die, so it's pretty messed up, but I'm pumped about it. Another series that I want to reread is The Monsters of Verity duology by Victoria Schwab. So it is The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. Now, I read these 4 years ago and absolutely loved them. And I read them physically and blew through it. This, if I'm remembering correctly, which I think I am, I just think I'm going to get some of the details wrong, but it's about Kate Harker and August. Yes, August Flynn. And there's two mobs in this city where she is the mob boss's daughter. And what happens is there's this kind of magical thing where when you commit an evil deed, it creates a monster. And there's multiple different evils that will create different kinds of monsters. And then August, whenever he has this magical ability where when he plays the guitar, it kills people. It's just nuts. It's crazy. She doesn't have a magical ability, but she's a mob boss's daughter, So they basically gang up because these monsters are kind of infesting their towns, and then the two mobs are battling against each other, and a bunch of people are dying, and it's a good time. I remember it being a good time, but I think it was the first or second Victoria Schwab book that I read. I think I read Vicious and then I read these. So I need to go back and see if they're still 5 stars. Then a book that I remember having very vividly great opinions on, but I need to go back because I read quite a few of his books in 2020 and hated all of them. The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. 8 Perfect Murders was one of the worst books I read last year. And then I think I DNF'd 2 of his other books because I just did not like them. And he's coming out with a new book this year. So I want to read that. And then I really loved The Kind Worth Killing. So I need to go back and see if it's actually that good. I don't know. This is about a guy who he gets on a plane and tell me if I'm wrong. I think it's his wife had just cheated on him. And he's sitting next to this woman on the plane, and they start talking about how he wishes that he could just kill her. And then the woman on the plane is like, you could, why don't you just do it? And then them hatching this whole plan, but then his wife does end up dead, and you're trying to see did she talk him into killing her? It was a really good time. but I don't know if I'm right about that. Here's one that I'm pretty sure I was wrong about, and it's Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. I reread all of Gillian Flynn's books in 2020 and absolutely 5 stars to all of them. Like The Grown Up, Sharp Objects, Gone Girl. Sharp Objects and Gone Girl are 2 of my favorite books I've ever read, but I remember not liking Dark Places as much, and I feel like I'm gonna reread this and give it like 3 stars. So I need to just go ahead and reread it and see if I want to even hold on to the book. From what I remember, it's about a woman whose whole family gets like murdered in front of her eyes when she's younger, and then she becomes like a recluse and like an alcoholic, and then this like murder club wants her to come and like talk with them on a panel, and they're looking into her family's mass murder. That's all I remember. Another book where I'm like, Katie, is it 5 out of 5? Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Rainbow Rowell is not seen super well on BookTube. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? Have not liked really any of her other books besides this and Fangirl. Fangirl, I reread in 2020, gave it 4 out of 5. And if you don't know, in Fangirl, we're following a girl who's writing a fan fiction about Harry Potter, basically. And this is the fan fiction that she's writing, and it is about Harry and Draco. And if Draco was a vampire and then Harry is a wizard, and them getting together, and it's so freaking cute. Like, it's so cute. Like, obviously they're not called Harry and Draco, they're called Basilton and Simon. And I remember just absolutely falling head over heels for this book. I thought it was like the cutest thing in the world. Like, just such an apple pie. So cute. I freaking loved it. But was I crazy? Like, I read this a long time ago, so maybe I'm crazy. I told myself I need to physically read it, but I just absolutely loved the accents and the audio so much. So I might just listen to it and see. I don't know. The last reread that I want to do is 6 of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom. Now, the reason that I want to reread these is not only because I gave it a 4 out of 5 originally, like 6 years ago, and what was I thinking? Like, I have such fond memories about this book. Why did I give it 4 out of 5? I don't know. But one of the other reasons why I really, really want to reread this is because one of the other series that I want to read this year is Shadow and Bone, the Grishaverse. So the TV series is coming out, which I believe heavily follows these characters instead of these characters, but I've never read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which is Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. I don't even know what they're about. I just know they're also in the Grishaverse, and this was sent to me by a subscriber, which thank you so much. So I want to read these 3 and then go into 6 of Crows. I really don't know what this is about. I know that this is about a bunch of misfits who come together to commit a crime. And we love it. Oh my god. And like Kaz and Inej are absolute goals. And also Nina and like all of them. They're all like, would take a bullet for all of them. Love them so much. So I need to get this done. Okay, more backlisted series. I want to read Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. Oh no, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Oh god. Oh god. Natasha. Yeah. I don't know what this book is about. Period. I saw it for like $4 at Half Price Books, and the cover is stunning. And I also have heard, I think it's Chloe and Mayana, I think, talk about how good this is. I don't remember, but I want to read it. Don't know what it's about, and don't plan on finding out. Just plan on reading it, okay? Another series that I need to get to because I've been saying I was going to read it forever is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Do you know why I really need to read this? Because, okay, I bought Scythe. Oh, no, my mom bought me this for my birthday last year. And then I bought, no. My mom bought me Thunderhead for Christmas last year. And then I bought The Toll like a year ago. Why? I don't know, but I need to finally do it. I know that this is loved by the BookTube community. I know that Gabby loved it, even though she doesn't like sci-fi or fantasy or whatever. But this is about a world in which medical science has progressed so much that people are not dying of natural causes anymore. So there are creatures or beings called scythes, and they go out and they cull the population. Now, I believe it's randomly. I hope it's not, because it's going to be so much better if there's like some reason. But the main character and I think it's 2 main characters are chosen to become scythes, and I think it's like how they deal with training to become these Scythes, and maybe like, I'm assuming it's them trying to take down this situation from the inside. I really don't know, but I need to get on it because these are freaking huge and they've been on my TBR for like an absolute age. These, I'm so excited to read. Stranger Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I have been saying I was going to read these for like freaking years and I haven't done it. Also, like, they're pretty thick, like, if I can be honest. Like, for me, these are like 500 something pages. Yeah, they're like 550 pages. Good Lord. But I only know that, one, it's blurbed by Leigh Bardugo, so we love to see it. I know that this is about a guy who like works in a library. I think his name's Laszlo Strange, and he's always heard about this town. What is it called? Weep. And it's like a lost city, and he doesn't know why it's lost, and he wants to figure out what happened there. And oh my God, this is such a famous book, and I want to read it so bad, and I don't even really know what it's about. It's a dude going on a quest to find the lost city of Weep. And honestly, that's all I need to know because it's a booktube darling for a reason. And I'm looking at you, editing Katie. We're going to read this year. The last two I do not physically own, and it is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I am planning on reading this in January, so hopefully we'll be out to a good start in terms of winning this 21 backlist of 2021. But The Nightingale is about these two sisters living in Nazi-occupied France, and they are battling the Nazis in two very different ways. So you have the younger sister, Isabel, who is defiant, and she is fighting the Nazis with like anti-Nazi propaganda, and she is very aggressive about it, and she just like is very up in everybody's face about it. And then her older sister, who is married and her husband is at war, and she has a daughter. I believe her name's Vivian. She is fighting the Nazis by following the rules. And she's like, no, this is what we have to do. If we're just nice, if we're just good, then things will work out. So you're following these two sisters and how different they are when it comes to the war, but that they both do not support the war, if that makes sense. I've heard this book is very sad. It is a historical fiction, it's a historical fiction. It's not in my comfort zone. It's a literary fiction, also not really in my comfort zone, but I have been trying to read this book for years, and I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it. Oh my God, catch me at the end of the year rewatching this video, making a video, and me not having read it. But I will. And book 21 is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I want to read this book so bad because everybody says it's absolutely amazing. It seems like something I would really love, but the books are super long, and I don't own it physically, so I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to. Okay, the intention is real. All I know is that it's about a war, and there's a girl who you take these like aptitude tests. She takes this test and she aces it, and everybody's super shook, and she's like impoverished, and they're like, what, did you cheat? Like, I'm confused. So she goes to this school, and she has an ability that is not seen in a lot of people, and it is the art of shamanism, which shamanism is the art of talking to spirits. So I'm assuming that's what she has a magical ability in, which I'm assuming is going to be like freaking bonkers, because if she can talk to spirits and there's like this crazy war happening, and people talk about how the war in this book is told very descriptively and like very kind of like gory and intensely. So I'm like, I can only assume that being able to talk to spirits is going to be a head trip, because there's going to be a lot of people dying. There's going to be a lot of death. So she's going to be talking to like a lot of people. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of like ghosts, a lot of spirits trying to talk to this girl. Anyway, I really want to read it. This is probably one of the ones that I am unsure that I'm actually going to get to in 2021 because I'm scared. I'm intimidated, okay? Okay, so those are all of the backlisted titles that I want to read in 2021. Catch me at the end of the year, hoping that I completed this like challenge to myself. But if I didn't, hopefully I at least tried my best. If I could complete 15 out of the 21, we'll count it a success, okay? That's my goal. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, you could like it. If you loved it, you could sub it. I will also have my Instagram and my Goodreads link down below. And other than that, I will see you in a video coming very soon. Bye.